Hi, third graders. Today you'll be working to find the missing factor in multiplication sentences. You've probably seen the number sentence on the board before. You're given two numbers that are being multiplied together, and you have to find the missing product or the missing answer. Today you'll see equations that look more like this, where one of the two numbers that are being multiplied together or one of the factors is missing. Sometimes it might be the first factor or the second factor. Remember, where the factor is represents different things. So if you're missing the first factor, that tells you the number of groups. And if you're missing the second factor, that tells you how many is in each group. We'll be using our multiplication strategies to help us find the missing factor, and that includes drawing equal groups, skip counting, and repeated addition. The problem we'll be looking at together in this video is 3 times blank equals 21. The missing factor is my second factor, so that means I need to find out how many in each group. I know that there are 3 groups, so let's draw those 3 big circles that represent groups. And what I can do is keep on adding 1 to each group in order until I get to 21. And I have to count so I know that I have 21 at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Because I went one group at a time, I know that the number in each of these groups is equal. So I can just count the number in one group, and I know that will be the number in all the other groups. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the first group, which means there's 7 in the second group and 7 in my third group. The missing factor, or the number in each group, is 7. I can also use the commutative property of equation of multiplication to think about this problem as blank times 3 equals 21. Now that my missing factor is the first factor, that means I don't know how many groups there are. But I do know that there are 3 in each group. This picture shows 3 in a group. But I don't have 21 yet. So let's continue to make groups like this until I have 21 in all. Here I have 3, 4, 5, 6, that's another group. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many groups is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look, I got the same missing factor. I can also use skip counting to help me figure out my missing factor. This tells me that I am skip counting by a certain number 3 times to get to 21. That's a little bit hard for me to figure out in my head. So let's see if I can use the other equation, the same equation, just expressed differently, to figure out my missing factor. Now this tells me that I am skip counting by 3s I don't know how many times though until I get to 21. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Let's see how many times I needed to skip count by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 again is my missing factor. Let's try this with repeated addition. Again, this tells me that I am adding the same number 3 times because I have 3 groups, and that will add up to 21. Again, like skip counting, I feel like I have to try out different numbers to figure that one out. So I'm going to use the commutative property of addition to use a different equation. The same equation, but just written differently. So blank times 3 equals 21. Now, because 3 is the second factor, I know that I need to add 3 over and over again. How many times? I don't know. That's my missing factor until it adds up to 21. So I wrote 2 threes down. It only adds up to 6. So I need to keep on adding 3s. That adds up to 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. How many 3s did I have to add together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, using this strategy, I see that the missing factor is 7. If you got to this part of the video, that means you watched all the strategies that you can use to find the missing factor, and you are now ready for your independent work. In a later slide, just to check that you've actually watched the video, there will be a question about this guy that appears in the video. So make sure you answer that slide so that we know you watched the video from beginning to end. We will include the problem that we worked with as an example in the slide. Over here. And then you will solve similar problems where you are given an equation where either the first factor or the second factor is missing. You have to type your answer into that empty box, and then you have a place where you can show your work using one of the strategies that we discussed in the video. Please let us know if you have any trouble. You can stop by office hours to ask questions. All right, good luck.